This episode of WisBusiness.com, the show, is brought to you by BMO Harris, White Hirschbeck Dudek, Madison Gas and Electric, and the University of Wisconsin-Milwaukee.
Hi, I'm Liz Schrum for the Wisconsin Technology Council, here with WisBusiness.com, the show. Just ahead, Tom Still rings in the new year with business and market trends to watch. And Chris McCannell, who represents the Angel Capital Association in Washington, D.C., sizes up the investment climate in Wisconsin. And now, here's the WisBusiness.com stock report for early January. Rising fiscal cliff talks. The deal reached between Congress and President Obama to avoid middle-class tax increases and automatic across-the-board spending cuts contains some reprieves for Wisconsin's economy. Research and development tax credits were extended, a predicted doubling of milk prices was avoided, and markets rallied, at least for now. And falling, more fiscal cliff talks. The drama and the danger are far from over. Congress must still deal with major long-term spending cuts to control the budget deficit and reduce the federal debt. Many members of Congress were bitterly disappointed that more targeted spending cuts weren't included in the bill. Tom Still is next with his Inside Wisconsin commentary.
So long 2012, a year in which the economy took 2 steps forward for every 1 step back, and welcome to 2013, a nestling born on the edge of a cliff. Here are some trends worth following. First, how businesses and people cope with the hidden costs of healthcare reform. It's already a lock that taxes will rise on wealthy individuals and the healthcare industry to pay for President Obama's Affordable Health Care Act. Another shoe could drop, however. Congress could decide to tax employer-sponsored health insurance, which is a federal tax break bigger than any other, including deductions for mortgage interest and charitable giving. About half of all Americans benefit from the health insurance break, paying no taxes on what their employers contribute. If that break disappears, it will mean $150 billion in new taxes. Second, how the energy industry adjusts to the oil and gas boom. The United States is well on its way to becoming virtually energy independent in less than 2 decades, in no small part because hydraulic fracturing, or fracking, and other technologies are unlocking new supplies of oil and natural gas within our borders. That's good news for the economy, but unnerving for those who worry about prolonged reliance on fossil fuels. The debate needn't be framed as boom or bust, however. With careful planning, a balance can be struck between the short-term benefits of the nation's oil and gas bonanza and the need to conserve and innovate. Third, how the financial markets deal with democracy. The sale of the New York Stock Exchange to an internet-based trader symbolized decades of change in the financial markets, where technology, regulatory reform, and competition have slowly replaced market monopolies run by member brokers. The next test may be the much-advertised spread of crowdfunding to the startup economy. Conducted largely online, crowdfunding could help entrepreneurs trying to raise $1 million or less from small investors. In a high-risk investment class, however, warning labels for mom-and-pop investors will be vital to the movement's long-term success. Fourth, how the airline industry flies through market turbulence. In cities such as Milwaukee, business executives are feeling the pinch of direct flight cutbacks by major carriers. For companies that have dozens or more than 100 branch operations, that hurts productivity. It also makes it harder to sell Wisconsin as a business relocation destination. Meanwhile, business traveler groups are lining up to complain about the lack of transparency in ticket prices and the proliferation of add-on service fees. Look for increased friction between the airlines, regulators, and travelers before this issue comes in for a landing. Fifth, how policymakers treat startup companies. Obama raised a few eyebrows among entrepreneurs during his campaign when he said, "If you've got a business, you didn't build that, somebody else made that happen." While his comment was later portrayed as a "it takes a village" moment, there's lingering doubt about how well Obama understands the innovation economy. The same holds true for some Wisconsin policymakers who approved sweeping tax changes for major companies nearly 2 years ago, but have yet to pass a much smaller investment capital program that could grow tomorrow's companies today. Let's hope 2013 is truly the year of the entrepreneur and not another startup cliff.
Thanks, Tom. I'll be right back with Chris McCannell of APCO Worldwide, who represents the Angel Capital Association in Washington, D.C.
White Hirschbeck Dudek represents companies at all stages of development and in a wide range of industries to navigate the legal challenges of regional, national, and global growth. At WHD, every stage takes center stage.
I'm back with Chris McCannell of APCO Worldwide, a lobbyist for the National Angel Capital Association. Thanks for joining us, Chris.
Thanks, Beth.
APCO Worldwide is a lobbying firm with clients that include the Angel Capital Association. What do you do for the ACA?
Well, thanks for having me and at this important conference. APCO Worldwide is a global public affairs and communications firm, and I'm in the government relations practice. So I work with Angel Capital Association on their federal policy goals on Capitol Hill, promoting a fair and balanced tax code, continuation of capital gains tax at 15% rate, creating a better investment environment and tax environment for startup ventures and angel capital, and also ensuring that public policy makers know the importance of angel investors, qualified investors who come together, pool their resources, and invest in the next generation of startup companies for the United States.
And what do you like about the investment climate in Wisconsin?
I think what you can see with Wisconsin, you can see with the participation at this conference, is that it's a really vibrant and dynamic economy. From life sciences to manufacturing to technology, they're all represented here. And it shows that the governor of Wisconsin, the state assembly and senate, and really all policymakers from the federal level down to the local are committed to making sure that the business climate for startup enterprises in Wisconsin is one of the best in the country.
Thanks, Chris, and thank you for watching this edition of WisBusiness.com, the show. The show is produced by WisBusiness.com and the Wisconsin Technology Council, and sponsored by BMO Harris, White Hirschbeck Dudek, MG&E, and UW Milwaukee. Visit our websites to read and learn more. I'm Liz Schrum of Talent Executive Search. See you next time.